Nice.
They were so funny.
It was such a great show.
It's a shame. And Dave Attell, of course.
And Dave Attell.
So you're going to see Joe Coy?
I am going to see Joe Coy.
Joe Coy.
Did you ever see Geraldo live?
Never saw him live. I just watch his stand-up.
Very funny guy.
Yeah.
Really smart, too.
Mm-hmm. I liked his one.
He was, I believe he graduated Harvard Law.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Very
smart guy.
Yeah.
I saw him last time I saw him was over at the Stress Factory, and he was talking about how it's a college town, right?
Sure.
Rutgers town.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of college kids out there, and he was like, all right, who's drinking out there? And they're like, he was like, you're doing it all backwards. You're supposed to wait until you're 40 and you're divorced and you're miserable, and then you start drinking. By the time you get there, your liver's going to be ruined, and you're going to
no fun anyway.
You're just going to die sooner.
That's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's very fucking funny.
one with him yelling across the subway platform, I don't got AIDS, Gina.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's every tell you now. All right, cool. But yeah, him and Patrice, young Patrice, 2003.
Yeah. Maniac. Dude, could you imagine being a comic at that point and being at the store?
Oh, God.
At that table?
Right.
It's just the beatings you would take.
I think...
I'd be exhausted just listening to it.
What do you call was probably the lowest man on the totem pole on that show? Jim Norton. Compared to Geraldo, Patrice, and Nick DiPaolo. And Colin.
I would say... what's the black dude's name that's always there?
Keith Robinson?
Yeah. I would put him as a low guy.
Yeah, I would think so. He was weird, too. He was on there, too.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, because they had like an overall stand-up show where they all... And Judy Gold?
Yeah.
She was on it. Yeah. They were all funny. But Colin Quinn's wearing a red shirt, and like in the middle of like whatever they're talking about, we're all just like, Happy Valentine's Day, Colin. It's fucking perfect. And like Colin Quinn is just doing the whole history of the world thing now.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's funny. I think it's funny, but it's just so weird. Like it's his thing. Like
He's a smart guy.
Oh yeah, he does the whole thing online with the different neighborhoods of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Crown Heights.
Did you see that cop show that he had?
No.
It was an internet cop show with him and Norton.
Oh God.
I don't remember what Norton's part was in it.
Oh man.
I only saw like 2 episodes of it, but it's pretty funny.
But yeah, it was just I think it just all came up, like I said, because there was a lot of jokes about Israel and the Palestinians.
Right.
And you were talking about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
No.
Nothing.
No. Ever since I was a kid, it was always been the same.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Since what was 60, whatever, when the whole shit went down where they made Israel a state.
Well, they're only 75 years old, right?
Yeah. 75 would be what?
1950? 48?
1950, right.
Right after World War II, probably? I mean, the thing with the killing of the Olympic team,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, it's always been just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that YouTube, number one, finds it for you. Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't planning on this. I was watching something totally different. I was watching silly stuff.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they're still making jokes, but I guess the severity of what was happening back then wasn't as bad as now. I mean, do you know what I mean?
I
guess it comes and goes. I don't know. We live here.
I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I don't really listen. I heard there was like Hamas killed a bunch of women and children.
They came in
and then I saw a bunch of shit blowing up from Israelis.
They came in to some festival, like a kind of like a Burning Man thing, whatever type of thing, on paragliders.
Really?
And then they just shot it up. I mean, to me, that's not war. I mean, shooting innocent people with no weapons, it's not fighting force.
Well, it's an act of terrorism.
Right. I think they miscalculated. I think they thought a grand-scale terroristic thing was going to make the whole world stop. And the whole world's kind of turned their guns.
Yeah.
I don't think they planned on the day 2. You know what I mean, they had day 1 down pat. I don't know if they planned on day 2. And
Do you think they're smart?
Some must be, right? The ones at the top must be, to get the ones on the bottom to drink the Kool-Aid.
And jump on the paraglider.
Right.
Paraglider.
Train the guy to ride a trained. I mean, that wasn't done overnight. I'm sure
Let me
he
ask
was
you
trained.
something. If you're floating down, it's a leisurely pace, right?
Right, yeah, you're not coming down
Paragliding.
quick.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you start to shoot. Do you start to spin with it?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
All
know.
of a sudden you're...
They never said they never said they were shooting on the way down or they waited till they landed.
Right.
Yeah. And then when I saw the way these guys were fucking going crazy, I'm thinking, I was like, are they all hopped up on meth?
The Hamas guys?
Yeah. Are they hopped up on something?
Probably.
Like-
Poppy fields.
Like the Vikings, mushrooms.
Sure. Right.
Were they? I just like the violence is one thing, but the fucking
Want to
screaming.
make you suck some cock berserker.
That's what it was like. It was like they were just so fired up. Like, I mean, I don't understand how you can get so fired up and people just looking at a stage. I don't know how you get, there's just so much
It's
hate.
long-standing hatred there.
Yeah. I mean,
Hundreds and hundreds of years.
now it's going to be worse because now they're going to level that place, and that means other countries are going to get involved. Like whoever else.
I don't think so. We give Israel so much money. They got plenty of
No, I mean like probably Lebanon and Syria.
to back.
The other
Come on.
guys, I bet you it's going to get.
I doubt it.
You got to hope, right?
Hope what?
That it
they-
doesn't happen. Well, I mean, for us,
I thought you meant hope that they all jump in.
no. No. We're not misconstruing that.
I was like,
We don't
all
want-
right.
We don't want to get canceled by our 3 viewers.
That is,
For
you know.
bold's sake.
I get like, I get tired of hearing the nonsense.
Oh, sure.
So when they finally go at it, I'm like, let's just do it to the end. Just
Right.
see how far you can go. Right.
Right.
Like really, just fucking go in it. Stop with the bombing buses and
Sure,
bullshit.
right.
Like fucking go toe to toe.
I think it's funny how those guys came in, they killed a bunch of people, like, oh. Let's talk about this now. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just fucking jumped in my country and killed 1,200 people.
Yeah.
There ain't no talking. Not now.
Yeah.
I mean, a little while after we beat the fuck out of you.
They said a lot of those weapons came from that base that we abandoned.
Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I wonder why they worked. They weren't rocks. Usually they're always throwing rocks. You always see
Yeah,
like,
but they finally got some real shit, and they were like, we're using it tomorrow.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
little kids at Christmas, right? Can I
Yeah.
take it outside now? Can I take
Yeah.
it outside now? Go ahead, go outside.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fucking shit
But you
show.
got to think, like, you can't just say there's something in the water, right?
Right.
They have to had
Delicious.
they have to have had been kind of pushed to that point.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's Israel's fault,
No.
but something in their head brought them to the point where they were like, we're going fucking all in here.
Right.
So,
But if that's your all in, it's not enough.
right.
You have a country that's stacked.
Yeah. Major funding.
Right. You have a who knows where their funding comes from? Probably
Israel's?
no, Hamas and all that probably comes
Oh,
from
yeah.
Iran and other countries that hate Israel.
All the oil producing.
Yeah, whoever hates
Okay,
Israel
of course.
probably feeds them a few bucks.
Of course.
Go fund me for the missiles or whatever.
I'm sure they have plenty of money.
Yeah.
They got plenty of funding.
What's
It's just
funny
not
is
as open as ours is.
right. They have a lot of back alley cash.
Yeah. A lot of Israel's money comes from us, right?
I'm sure. I think so.
Yeah, because it comes from our government,
Mm-hmm.
and then it also comes from every highly paid Jew in the country.
Sure, they all donate back to their country.
Right, even the place I work at, they were already taking donations.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
And I'm sure, because I think there was something going to happen between Israel and Saudi Arabia, which they didn't like, because then there was going to be another power.
Who
to
didn't
help.
like Hamas?
I think Iran is the big one. Yeah, I think Iran is the big one. But they got these low-level guys to drink the fucking Kool-Aid. Religion,
But isn't that always the way?
right, through religion or
Do you
whatever.
don't you think they do that here? They go all patriotic, flag waving, and they get
Sure.
a bunch of
Yahoos.
A bunch of fucking amped up 18-year-olds don't know what to do with their lives, and they're like, yeah, go over there.
It's a good chance for you to get out of here.
See the world
Mm-hmm.
in a body bag.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or be smart enough to get stationed in Germany.
Maybe.
But hopefully it's not going to come to a peaceful end. It's going to be probably real long.
Well, it hasn't ended in
100 years.
More than that, I'm sure.
Whatever.
Several hundred.
They've always hated each other. Everybody's going to always... Like I said, we're on this fucking... We won the lottery of being able to survive on this planet, but yet...
Well, that's the most annoying thing about what's been happening here to me.
To our country.
Is that our country is fucking easy peasy, and everybody complains about this and that. I was like, you're not looking at it from a historical perspective of where we were and where we are now and how quickly we got there.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, oh well, there should be no slavery since whatever 1865 or whatever it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What other country has done it in 150 years and less?
Right.
I'm gonna say
Sure.
big
And-
old fucking goose egg right there.
And you think about
Right.
what they're fighting over? I think they said Gaza is the size of Washington. Could you imagine that happened in this fucking country? It's a gigantic country.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fucking thing that people here have no idea. I would love to see any of these people that are either standing up or go check it out. Try a week. Try a week in Palestine. See how you do.
Yeah.
See how much you love living in a hut with may or may not have electricity or may. Go grab an Airbnb for 10 days on the Gaza Strip. I mean,
It's a really complicated situation because you got these people that both lay claim to the land. You got these folks that live in squalor and have been for a long time, and they see Israel as the oppressor, and you got Israel who believes that they're the fucking chosen people and they've got billions of dollars coming in and they'll exercise their muscle if they have to, and it's just...
It's a weird cycle. It's a cycle we're lucky enough to not have to go through.
Fuck yeah. I don't want to go through that.
No. We want to make stupid shit like this.
Yeah. I mean, this is why this country is so awesome.
Right.
I wish I had a flag to wave right now. Because...
We can put that in post.
yeah. Because... You could fucking have enough time to do something so stupid like this.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Over there, a bomb is up your ass. Every other minute, you don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know if the power's on. It's not going to go out.
Yeah.
So, and what are they all worried about? Because oddly enough, in my notes, we're going to have in 250 million years from now, we're going to have a supercontinent. And it will be inhabitable. So who the fuck paid for that study?
How super.
They say the whole thing is going to come back together.
It's going to go back to Pangea or
I guess
whatever that
it
was
be
called.
one big landmass. Uninhabitable landmass.
So it was one. It spread out, and it's going to end up on the other side.
Probably
Basically.
whole again, right?
Smash again.
It just depends on maybe it's just going to be tilted. If you're a flat earther, it's going to slide it on the one side. You know how like when you drain the fat off the bacon, you just kind of put the bacon on one side of the pan and tilt it a little, get all the fat down there?
Like you're putting away checkers, and everybody goes, shh.
Yeah. But my question is who gives a fuck 250 million years from now? Why is somebody funding that study? What is the purpose?
Why not, dude? Why not?
I guess. But, I mean...
Imagine, though, 250 million from now.
Right.
When everything smashes together.
Back to Blob.
The fucking earthquakes and all the crazy shit that's going to happen.
The tectonic shift.
Yeah, well, everything's going to crumple up. There's going to be new mountain ranges and volcanoes, and there's going to be tons of ash in the air, and it's going to smoke out the world again.
So you think...
Yeah.
250 million years, no. When we're in heaven, right? So you're looking out your window. Your cloud window.
Right.
You think your foot's looking next to you like a dog looking out the window. Your foot's like over your shoulder like, what's going on out there?
Good boy.
Yeah, what are you
Good
doing?
boy.
What are you doing out there? Look at the mountains. Have a new place for you to go to the bathroom. So you look at your cloud window just watching this develop. Yeah, I mean, because it's supposed to be eternity, right? Heaven's eternity.
Yeah, it's supposed
So-
to be.
So
Supposed to be.
it only feel like an
Yeah,
eternity.
250 million years is a drop in the bucket, right?
Sure. Will they let us go back down? It says it's inhabitable, but is it inhabitable for angels?
I think angels get to go back down occasionally.
Why not? John Travolta did in that one movie.
He was another one, right?
Yeah. He was an
Wow,
angel.
that was a massage parlor. That wasn't really a
Wasn't his
bathroom
plane?
stall.
Dave should have banged him in it. Was it a weight room or something too? Made a
He's
proposition.
trying to bang everybody.
Wouldn't you? If you had an airport in your driveway?
When did you first realize that Travolta was gay?
70, whatever. Remember you dancing like that?
It was the dancing, right?
Right. Once you saw Grease.
Right.
But then you're like,
Like you what was first? Was it
I saw Grease before Saturday Night Fever.
was it Saturday Night Fever or was it Welcome Back Kotter? What was the timeline?
It was Welcome Back Kotter first, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna check this out.
I thought it was Welcome Back Kotter, Saturday Night Fever, Grease. That's my guess. But then you
It makes sense that way, right?
then you're
Because
like-
it's TV to
you're right.
film, but
Movie.
it might not have been that way.
But then Fred Astaire wasn't gay. He could dance.
Well, he had Ginger with him, right?
Patrick Swayze could dance. He wasn't gay.
So you say.
Maybe. Michael Jackson could dance. He wasn't gay. Straight as an arrow.
Right.
Chomo, but straight as an arrow.
Right.
So we're going to look up. We have a big computer. but we're gonna look
What
up.
am I doing? Actor.
Actor John Travolta.
Who is this person? Sometimes I look at our Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
right, and I see these people who like our videos that I don't know,
Right.
and I search their profiles. And I'm like, oh, it's so weird.
Exactly. Like, what?
It's so weird.
Why do you find this enjoyable? And why
There's-
aren't you?
But there's people from like England
Yeah.
and all over the place.
And why aren't you subscribed to the YouTube if you are watching these things? Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah.
Get us
Okay.
to 30 before Christmas.
All right, let's go to the beginning of John Travolta's list here.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're gonna die. Is that him?
In a Valley of Violence, an American. See all. Come on, dude.
This is really.
Just always see all.
Isn't he wearing a piece too? Isn't he got a hairpiece?
I don't know.
I think he did. He was wearing a rug.
Okay.
Give me some.
Bunch of things you haven't heard of.
Of course. 70s.
Carrie, first thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Really? Bit part. Carrie?
No. He was kind of big.
Major? Major part in Carrie?
It was a group of high school kids,
Right.
right? And they all tormented her,
Mhm.
right? He was definitely.
He was a tormentor?
I think he was like prom king, and his
Ah.
lady were the ones who really put the screws to her.
Really?
Remember they set her up. They set her up as prom
Prom queen.
queen. I think to be
Oh.
the opposite to Travolta's
Oh,
prom king.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That was first, huh?
Well, I mean, there was shit before that,
Right.
But
Major.
nobody knew what the fuck that
We're
was.
talking majors.
Right. Then The Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Troll that fucker down.
TV movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Saturday Night Fever.
Okay.
Grease.
Okay.
Then Welcome Back Kotter.
Really?
Seems a little bit like a backstep, right?
Right. Because at that time in life, TV was junk compared to movies. If you're a movie star, why are you on TV, right?
Yeah. So Kotter was 75 to 79, right?
So if Saturday Night Fever was 70 what? 4?
77.
Oh, so,
Grease 78.
so Welcome Back Kotter was 75?
I'm
Wait a
sorry. You're right. Boy in the Plastic Bubble 75.
Okay.
Kotter 75 to 79.
Okay.
Saturday Night Fever 77.
Okay. So he was still on Welcome Back Kotter when he did the movies.
Grease 78.
Okay.
Then something called Moment by Moment, which I don't know.
that one.
78. 80, Urban Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
81, your favorite movie, Blowout.
Hell yeah.
83, The Reduch. Staying Alive.
Garbage.
And then a bunch of dog shit.
When was that one where he was an angel? Michael? Was it Michael?
But then 89, he did the Look Who's Talking
Oh, yeah.
things, which were huge
They were.
for him. Although garbage. Eyes of an Angel?
Nope. What was that movie?
Pulp Fiction, 94?
Nope. It was before all that.
But then it had to be this Eyes of an Angel thing in 91.
No.
Chains of Gold, The Experts,
Um,
Basements.
John Travolta
I don't know.
as an angel. There it is. Michael, 1996.
Okay, yeah.
So it was after Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was before Pulp
After
Fiction.
Get Shorty, Phenomenon, Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow.
But before Face Off, which is one of the world's greatest.
Do you like that movie or you're just being facetious?
Dude, come on, you know me.
Nick Cage as John Travolta. John Travolta as Nick Cage.
Anything with Nick Cage should be set on fire.
Really? Have you ever seen that other one from him? The weight of massive talent or something like that? The unbearable weight of massive talent?
Nah, he wouldn't
See it.
know.
See it.
Okay.
Fucking funny. Nick Cage playing Nick Cage. Also talking to Nick Cage.
Okay.
And the Boba Fett dude is in it. The Spanish dude.
Okay. Yeah. Before anybody knew who he was.
No, I think middle, kind of. Because that movie was
That
right
had to be
around
mid-90s?
Mandalorian. Right, no, 2000s.
Really?
Right around Mandalorian time.
Okay.
So I think they did both kind of around there. Yeah.
I
Great.
feel like that guy's old, but nobody knows who he is until now.
Except for Game of Thrones, the only time
Like
I ever
me.
saw him. I saw him in Game of Thrones.
Now I'm famous, but
Right.
a couple years ago.
Nothing. Garbage. Well, that's a little rude.
I feel like I was more famous when I was 21 than now.
I think so. We're all toiling in anonymity. Anonymity? Now? Anonymity. Hey, it's okay. We put out 10 songs as a band. We finally did a video.
How's it going? Views?
300?
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
It's a good tune.
I don't know.
No?
I guess we need some kind of backing from a Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, if you're out there, watch the video.
You guys follow any metal bands?
Some. Plus the drummers in Sheer Terror. That's hardcore.
Not metal, though.
That's hardcore. But
Yeah.
there's a metal crossover somewhere in there. But
Okay. Okay.
it just, you never know. I mean, obviously we can't afford thousands of dollars to push it somehow. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
How do you buy views? Anybody? How do you buy views? I don't even understand.
With cash.
If we could, we would, but we can't, so we don't.
Well, let me just say this.
We get thousands of views on
You do
Facebook.
or you do not.
There's no choice. What are you, fucking Star Wars? Speaking of Star
What
Wars.
is this highlighting?
What are you doing?
What's Facebook highlighting? I don't know. Somebody highlighted some shit. A comment for me to check out.
Look at you. I'm glad
The fuck is that?
glad you're working on the phone during this.
Nah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here.
All because maybe it's John Travolta texting you going, get your name out of my mouth. Get my name out of your mouth. That dramatic pause.
For emphasis.
Wow.
All right, so and we're back.
We're back. Let's talk about something
Yeah.
that's fun on our way out here.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's a guy suing the FBI because he thinks he solved the DB Cooper case.
Okay.
Because they're like, I think they closed the case, and he's saying, I got the answers.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to sue the FBI to get his information to them. Does that seem
Get
pertinent?
his information to them?
Or something? Or to make, I guess he made, is there a reward he wants to collect? I don't know. Is there a reward on DB Cooper?
I don't know.
Think it's
What
a
do
real,
you think?
do you ever think that, do you think he survived? Like the Alcatraz thing? Do you think he survived? You know anything about it?
He's a scammer, right?
No. He was the guy who robbed the something with the money, took the hostages on the plane, and then he jumped out of the plane with the parachute in Washington State, and they never found him. And they only had that drawing of him with the glasses, DB Cooper.
Like I
It was like a huge story when we were kids.
kinda.
Yeah. So some guy actually thinks he has information to close the case, and the FBI don't want to talk to him, so he's trying to sue the FBI to talk to him. Does that make any sense?
No,
No, not at all.
not at all.
I don't get it.
No. Unless he's just trying to get them to open up their files or something. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Something like that. I mean, but it's like, it happened, what, 40 years ago? He robbed the bank, hijacked the plane.
Maybe he is D.B. Cooper.
Yeah. Cooper? Cubert?
Cooper.
Cubert, like the little guy with the triangle.
Yeah,
Little
with the
boxes.
fucking horn nose. He's got a nose like a
A horn?
horn.
Like those guys you met in
Like
the
a
park.
like a bugle.
He had a curly thing.
The guys I met in the park. Yeah, there was a lot of bugles going on that day.
I
I wonder if that's from this episode or a previous.
always picture
Connect the dots, people.
maybe
Connect the
Maybe
dots.
when you're running by, it's like, you take a pencil. Fucking sound effects. I just picture walking through the park and like the Benny Hill music's playing.
I was climbing a hill. It was
Right,
there was not a
paths, right?
walk through.
You were in the back path during the day. Was this daylight when this was going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's no shame. Shouldn't you be
Dude.
doing your clandestine
Gotta-
sexual activities in the dark?
Dude, you deep dick when you can. It's like, let's not fuck around here.
You're assuming that everybody was deep dicking.
I slipped on a fucking puddle of lube. It's like it hasn't rained here in weeks. It's a desert climate. What's
What is
this? What is this?
Did you do the Tom Hanks thing? Or the Tom Cruise thing? Slides across the floor? Like in
With his
Mr.
socks on?
Business? Yeah.
Yeah.
With the lube across the track?
Yeah, I would have, but that would have meant that I had to take my pants off. And that was definitely the wrong environment for that.
It's never a bad time to take your trousers off.
No, well, if several Bruces
Why are we assuming Bruce is a gay
and
name?
Tito's are in
Tito.
the area.
Tito was a wrestler, right? Tito, wasn't he also a boxer? Or a UFC guy? Tito? Wasn't there a Tito?
Yeah, he was also a Jackson
Okay.
with the tissues.
That's true. There was Bruce Springsteen.
Give me some tissues.
Bruce Springsteen's a little
Tito gave
But Bruce the Shark was tough in that one movie.
Bruce
Bruce.
the shark. Oh, the Dory thing.
Yeah, or
that
whatever,
one.
yeah, he
What
seemed
was the
tough.
first one?
Finding Nemo.
My
seemed tough.
my ex-wife used to call me Bruce because she said I would flip out like that. Like that was my. Remember how when he smelled blood, he just
Yeah.
went into a fucking rage?
Yeah.
She was like, "That's you."
It happens. Doesn't make you a bad person.
I smell. I'm just a fucking shark, bro. Well, no apologies. I is who I is.
You know what? It's over now.
Still not in prison, so fuck y'all.
So you are raging enough. You're at the line.
Right?
A few warnings and it brings you back down. It's like the stock market. You get up to a certain point, come back down.
You ever stomp your brakes on somebody?
Yes.
I did it this morning.
On the car that doesn't work?
I don't know. The borrowed.
Oh, you have a rental?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, I borrowed from ML,
Oh.
her extra car.
Oh. Oh. Are you up there or are you on the lower? Is it a low one or is it the high
It's
one?
a sedan.
Okay.
Yeah.
She hates to give up her stuff.
No, she's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she's a cool soul.
Yeah, she's a great soul. And with that,
And are we done?
yeah, borrow all your
And we are. DOT!
We'll see you.